It's Monday the 4th of April and just about to start my day. I had a bit of a late night last night because I was resorting my desk and tidying up because I received my new Apple studio display, which is really nice, and I'm really enjoying, or will enjoy when I get a little bit more time with it. It's really great image quality, I must say. Really sharp, and looks, I think at least, looks really sort of stylish with the aluminium body, etc. But while I've got a nice tidy desk, that can't be said for the rest of the room, because everything just got dumped from one place to another, and this is not ideal because obviously I've got to start picking and packing orders now. I've got the old iMac on the desk here, so today's going to be a real challenge in terms of getting things picked. The box that came with the display itself is a problem in terms of finding somewhere to put it. It is absolutely huge and weighs an absolute ton, even just the box. I've never seen a box like it, to be honest, the way it's structured inside and the way it opens so easily, etc. But it won't go through my loft hatch. I don't have a garage to put it in. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that, so need to figure that out. But the main priority right now is probably not even to try and tidy up, because this is just such a mess. I'll make a little bit of space and then I just need to get picking orders, to be honest. And once I've got some orders out of the way, then I'll be able to clear this horrendous mess that I've got going on. Now, let's take a look at what orders we've actually got this morning to be getting on with. And on Bricklink, we've got 10 orders to ship, and we've got a couple waiting to be paid as well, I think. Nothing's very large, they're all small orders, to be quite honest with you. And it's a similar story on Brick Owl with 11 orders to ship. And again, looking at the lot sizes there, there's a lot of one item orders there, so they're going to be easy to pick. And then on eBay, we have got a couple to post, so that's another easy job. So I'm just going to get cracking. I'm probably going to have to do orders just one at a time, get them out of the way, because I haven't got the space to lay them all out and show you what they are. If there's anything decent, I may try and touch on it, but it looks like there's just lots of small orders. So I just need to get cracking because of my early post date today. So best get on. So we have already packed some orders for this morning, but I just thought I'd show you a couple more that I'm about to pack. And the first one is an eBay sale, and this is one of the Toys R Us exclusive sets with the 4 unique Batman related figures, and that's sold for £35. But remarkably, this is going to Canada, and they've paid in total £62, which is just crazy how much the uplift is for the additional postage and insurance through eBay. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, the next item up is an Alien Conquest polybag. Then I've got this Alex Minecraft minifigure with the lavender armor. And I included this lavender sword with it in the listing, and this is just sold on Brick Owl, but this is going off to Australia for nearly £9.50. So I'm quite pleased with that, because if you remember a couple of vlogs ago, that was just a bunch of Minecraft figures that I found, I hadn't done anything with, and they were just stuffed in a bag. So and they've actually sold really well, which is a little bit surprising. And on that note, here's another Minecraft Guardian. Now this is a new figure, and that's why there's all the parts there. This is sold on eBay for 14 quid, which is another good sale there. And a few more orders here. One is just a bunch of bricks parts ready to pack up and go. Next one is 5 Series 20 minifigures, all ready to be packed off. And then this bonus eBay order just popped in for a J minifigure from the, I think it's the Legacy Destiny's Bounty minifigure. So few orders there, still more to pick and pack as well. And if I can find any room amongst this mess to show you what else I've got, I will do that. Tuesday the 5th of April, and today on Bricklink we've got 5 orders, and again nothing very exciting, quite small orders, again small, very small accounts, ridiculously small. And then on Brick Owl we've got another 5 orders as well, and again quite low on the lot count. And we've got absolutely nothing on eBay. I have got an offer in on this set for £75, and I'm not quite sure what to do, to be honest. I think I'm going to reject it, because although £75 isn't a bad offer on the set, if I look at the part out value, it's about £120, and the Iron Man figure alone in there is selling for about £40. And although it's a pain to part out one set, with me not buying much new stuff at the moment, it's another 500 new parts to add to the store as well. So I'm tempted to just reject that and part the set out, but we'll see about that. Now yesterday, just to follow up, we ended up with about 30 orders for the day, but as I said yesterday, they all seem to be quite small orders. And I checked in with a few of the sellers, and they were much the same story, all saying it was very quiet, all very small orders. And I'm starting to think that, you know, we're in the quiet period now, and it's going to be probably like this for some months. It usually starts to pick up again in August or September, but we'll see how it goes. Well, it looks like we've hit another milestone on YouTube with 150 uploads now onto the channel. To be honest, I would have thought it would have been more than that, so I'm a little bit surprised to see that it's only 150, to be honest, when you consider you know how long I've been doing this now, up to something like VLOG33 so far, and then of course all of the other advice videos and haul videos that I'd done before that. But you know, it's always nice to see these kind of numbers coming in, just to see how you're progressing, how you're doing. And I'd like to say that I'd like to upload more videos, but I just don't know what content to put up there. I struggle, quite honestly, with the vlogs and getting some interesting content up there. You know, I'm always conscious that it's very much rinse and repeat, and you know, the sad truth is that it's very repetitive. You know, the orders are quite similar. It's just constant parting out of used and the odd new sets. So if any of you guys can think of other things that you'd like me to include in the videos, or an alternative type of video, then feel free to drop me a comment below. Well, today's orders took a grand total of about 20 minutes to pick and, well, not pack because I haven't packed them yet because I want to show you them. But yeah, as I said, they're all very small orders. So let's take a look. So first order up is just some a mix of parts, not very many of them either. Second up, we've got one of these Friends babies, and they go for a decent price. That's tiny, just to give you some scale, and that was £4. So they're always you know, decent for what they are. Next up, we've got another order for some parts. There's 84 of these 1x1 clear bricks in there, but just 4 lots in that order. This order is one lot of 500 round tiles in trans light blue. Then we've got a few minifigure pieces, 8 of these black heads, and then this sort of elf headpiece and some helmets there. Next order up is just a few random parts again. Next order, and this one is going off to Switzerland, is for a couple of the Harry Potter Series 1 minifigures and a couple of these legs from the Monster Fighters. And then last but not least, this one is going to the US. And this is just 5 figures here, a couple of the Lego Batman movie, and then a few other sort of random ones. We've got the pizza guy there, and we've got this, what's he called? He's the Mexican-looking guy from the Lego movie collectible minifig series. So that's orders picked, and I'm going to get these packed up and then I can get on with listing some stuff. So I no sooner packed up that last round of orders and got this little bonus order in, just for a selection of white parts, as you can see. Mix of new and used parts, and there's only 13 lots there. It's you know, doesn't amount to a whole lot, to be honest, probably around a tenner's worth, but very grateful to get it anyway, and I'm gonna just get this packed and ready to go out with the other orders. I'm currently sorting through some of my 2x bricks, so I'm adding in 2x2, 2x3, 2x4, etc. And I just thought I'd touch on the quality issue, because this was a question that I got from a watcher this week on the channel, and they were asking me how I manage my quality control, or how thorough am I with the quality control, because they said that they were finding that was the most challenging part of sorting. And I do agree that, you know, it can be difficult, and sometimes it can depend what frame of mind you're in. But essentially, I look at a brick and I think, would I be personally happy to receive that brick as a, you know, a good brick, shall we say. Now, I've just been sorting out this tub of blue 2x4s. And what you see on the desk here is all of the ones I'm going to throw away. And I'm literally throwing them away. So there's my bin, and they're going in the rubbish. And I know that a lot of people are probably going to say, I don't know, about, you know, disposing of the plastics or whatever. Maybe I should sort them into a separate bin and dispose of them in a hard plastics bin at the local depot, but I haven't been doing that. And that may be something to think about. But let's get back to the quality issue, because we need to look at why am I getting rid of these bricks. and I don't know how easy these are going to be to pick up, but can you just see there in the light, there are several nicks and chips in the brick there. So would I be happy to get that? Probably not. You know, I'd expect all of my bricks to be, you know, at least reasonably clean sides. And there we go, there's a worse one on that side. Can you see that? So that's why that's going in the bin. Now, what I found with the blue stuff is, and this one's awful. I mean, you can see lots of wear on here. You can see lots of chips, but you can also see lots of discoloration. And I see this a lot in blue, in particular, blue and yellow and reds. But I think that's possibly just because those are the oldest colors. You know, when Lego first came out, it was limited to a very small number of colors, sort of white, red, blue, yellow, and that was probably about it. So what we're finding as you're buying used bulk is you're probably finding a lot of older bricks that are blue, yellow, red, etc. And my problem here is these are a mix of bulk lots. So I remember buying a used tub of real old Lego not too long ago that had a lot of castle stuff in, and that's been merged with other probably newer bulk lots. And then I just sort through them all together. And what I'm finding here is probably some of those older bricks surfacing. So now the bit that I find more difficult, and not that this is a great example of it because of these longer sort of marks in it, but it's when there's just general sort of wear to the side, where there's no particular chips necessarily, but there's just lots of scuffing and surface scratches, etc. And again, I just think, you know, would I like to receive that? And I certainly wouldn't, you know. So I just thought I'd touch on that. That's why I have so much here. I mean, what have I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I got 20 bricks here that I'm throwing away out of a tub of just this size. And that's going to just depend on the quality of the lots that you're picking up. As I said, I've had some quite old and dirty lots that I've had over recent months and have just mixed them in. But if you buy in sort of dare I say, newer bulk from, you know, younger kids who are just getting rid of it now, then the chances are they're probably going to be in much better condition. You might find the odd chew mark, etc. Funnily enough, I don't know if these dints in here would be chew marks, etc. Probably not. I tend to think they're more to do with just the impact of, you know, brick on brick and you know, just sort of gouging into the side with the sharp corners that you get on some of these. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to be throwing these this little batch away right now. So we've just picked up a few more bonus orders, surprisingly. We got another 4 in this afternoon. And this first one is for 48 lots of around 600 items. A real split between new and used. As you can see, mostly red and blue basic bricks. So 2 buys, 1 buys. There's some plates here and a few other colours here as well with the aqua blue there. Then we've got a very small order here for £1.20's worth of parts, so a huge order there. And then we've got a nice order going off to the States This is a mixture of parts and minifigs. So we've got some Minecraft stuff. This was one of the Minecraft figures that I was looking through in one of the recent vlogs. We've got a new Minecraft zombie figure there as well. A couple of Star Wars figures, DC Comics figure, and is it Professor Fink from the Simpsons Series 2, and then the last order is just another small order for parts. But some decent value there. This one was about £40. That one over there is 20 or 30. So, you know, not too bad. And just going to get those packed up, and then I'm going to be heading to the post office shortly. It is Wednesday the 6th of April, and today we've just got 4 orders, and all of them have come on Brickowl, nothing on Bricklink at all. So they're all just basically orders for various parts, so nothing very exciting to show you. We've got some various new and used parts here, all to be bagged up. This is the biggest order of the day, which is about £25 worth, something like that. A real mix of new and used parts. A very small order here for a few parts, and then another small order in terms of quantity. This is just 4 little white windows here, but these are nice little orders because they're £2.15 per window. So always nice to see those move, because they're quite an unusual window. Now, as it happens, I actually have in here quite a few more of them at £2.15 each. So they just been steadily going over the last I don't know, year or more, and they go back to when I bought 400 of one of the Overwatch sets, and I paid less than, I think, £4 a set, and the one window in the set is worth over £2. So I thought that was clearly a very good deal. And unfortunately they don't come along too often, those kinds of deals, but when they do, make sure you snap them up. So yesterday we had just 7 orders in the store, and today we've got exactly 7 orders again. And again, the majority of them are actually on Brickowl. Brickowl seems to be beating Bricklink hands down, for me at least, at the moment. And the negative of that is that Brickowl tends to have a smaller order size in comparison to Bricklink, usually at least. So again, we've got relatively small orders here, but let's have a look at them. So the first one, which is the Bricklink one, is for the new black suited Spider-Man, with all of the accessories to give him his gold web, etc. Now, I do sell these on eBay as well, at least the figure, but I guess it's probably cheaper on Bricklink. I mean, you have to remember that on eBay fees are much higher. I include shipping in the price, so the price on eBay has to be relatively higher than the one on Bricklink or Brickowl. Now, on Brickowl, we've got the first order here, which is a mix of new and used parts. There's some used torsos, leg assemblies, and a little husky there, all leading me to think that's largely for an Arctic related set, though there are a few other bits in here. That, for instance, there's an Ninjago helmet in there as well. And then getting on to a few of the smaller orders, just some random parts in these 3 orders, and this one and the next one are just ridiculously small orders. And then on to the next brick owl order, which again is a mix of new and used parts. These I find sell incredibly well. I can never keep these in stock. These transparent sort of garage roller door parts. Whenever I've had them, I usually end up with about, I don't know, 20 in stock, and they seem to fly out. Oh, I wish I could get lots of them. And then the biggest order of the day is this bunch of white parts. These are, again, a mix of new and used. Now, this hasn't actually been paid for yet, but I have picked it. And the reason I've picked it is because this is for a fairly regular buyer of mine who actually comes to my house and picks this up. And they've raised this quote this morning, asked if they can pick it up this afternoon. So I've gone ahead and picked it. I just know from experience that they'll pay later this morning. What I didn't want is to wait for them to pay and then them turning up sort of 30 minutes later expecting it all to be picked. So I've picked in advance. I'm going to get that packed up and ready for them to pick up this afternoon sometime. Just got another bonus order in, and this one is for 300 items in 92 lots, and again which is par for the course at the moment. It's just a split between new and used, quite a lot of used actually, and that's a result of me adding more and more used lately. So I can see the used plates and things that I'm adding. So for instance, these 2x plates were all just added very recently. So it's good to see that the hard work of doing all of the sorting of the used parts, doing the quality check-in and etc. is paying off. It is incredibly slow going though. It's a very time consuming business model, and I have to say I much prefer to handle the new, but with the way the deals are at the moment and the way that you know, cash flow is in having enough left over after paying all of the bills to then go and spend, I don't know, £500,000, several £1,000s on new sets is just not really doable right now. So I'm going to continue on the used until I find some unmissable deals. It's Friday the 8th of April, and I'm spending a little bit of time this morning just going through a wanted list to complete a few minifigures that I think are worth completing. Not everything is worth completing because of the value of the minifig versus the price of the part that you would need to complete it. And also I'm struggling a bit with some items that there just isn't any availability of. For instance, there's no availability on this beard, at least in the UK. I'm only checking UK at the moment, I must admit, just to keep shipping costs down. Now, I do have one of these, but as you can see there, it's very yellowed on the back, and that may lead me on to something else I might try, which is to try and whiten this. I have bought some peroxide to do that with, but I've not yet experimented with it. So I may give that a go since there's no availability. And I've placed a few orders already, just small ones. I've got to say that this is, I'm really getting an appreciation, I suppose, for buyers, because it's such a pain when you've got your wanted list and you go looking for stores that have those parts, and you know, some have maybe, you know, 10 or so of them, some have 5, some have 2, but when you start to drill in to the stores that actually have these, some of them have got comments in saying that they've got teeth marks on this, and I just don't know why you even try and sell something that's got teeth marks in it, unless it's a really super expensive part, maybe, or you know, super rare, then maybe I could understand it. But a lot of these are fairly common parts. So I'm just going to plow through this a little bit more, and then I will crack on with some other jobs. Now, I have got a few orders this morning, but it is a few, I've got to be honest. Several orders on eBay there, and just to give a little bit of insight, there's a Red Skull, there's a Minecraft Beekeeper, there's a black suited Spider-Man. This is one of the ones that's incredible, I think, because I've sold that for $10.99, and look, they're paying £13 postage to get it to Switzerland. Crazy. Parts order here for Bricklink, and a tiny minifig part order for Brickhouse. So really quiet, and the last few days I've only been hitting sort of 7-8 orders a day, so you know, it continues to be pretty quiet here. Looking at all ways of, you know, how to add things to the store, add things to eBay, which is why I'm completing some of the figures there. Still lots to do to try and drive some more interest, but definitely into the quiet period. Just got a little bonus order in for some minifigure accessories. These are various whips, some of these reddish brown long whips, and then these white Indiana Jones style whips there, and a couple of used reddish brown ones also, and some Lord of the Rings accessories. We've got a hat from Gandalf. We've got a head here from Frodo, and then we've also got a helmet there from I can't remember what the guys are called, the Urak-hai or something like that they're called. Anyway, nice little order. That'll be going out with the rest of them. That's still only about 8 orders for today, so still very quiet. So in all my years of selling Lego, I've never really tried to whiten any parts, but I'm told that if you submerge these into hydrogen peroxide and leave them in the sun for a day or two, then it does whiten them and takes all of this discoloration out. So I'm going to give it a go with these 2 parts that I've got here, just as a test. The hydrogen peroxide was pretty cheap. It was about a £5 on Amazon, and if you're a Prime member like I am, and it was delivered for free as well, so really cheap. Surprisingly, it doesn't smell like I expected it to. I thought it was going to be like a really strong smell, a bit like bleach, and it's not at all. So I'm going to just put a small amount of it in here, and I think there's probably even too much. You just want enough to kind of cover the parts themselves. So I'm thinking that that's probably enough, because they're sort of floating anyway, so they're not exactly covering, but I can see the way that the laying is actually with the discolored areas facing, you know, submerged in the hydrogen peroxide there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on my windowsill, try and get it as much sunlight as I can in this not very well lit room, and I'm just going to leave it there in the sun for a day or so, and I'll check it. And it's a bit late in the afternoon at the moment, so I'm probably going to leave it till at least tomorrow afternoon and check on it and see if they've improved at all. Yesterday I went to collect a few parts from a local seller, and while I was there they showed me this ruler and asked me if I'd like to buy one from them, because their father was 3D printing them, and they're quite a nice 3D print in that they are you know, a base color with these letters and numbers rather printed onto them in a contrasting color. So I thought it was quite interesting, so I thought I'd give it a go and pick one up. And it helps you just check the sizes on various parts as you're sorting out the used Lego. That's the intent of it. And the rule at the bottom here is checking for the length of bricks and plates. This edge up here is to check Technic beams, and the grooves in the middle are to check axles. And I believe that this edge up the top here is to tell the height of various bricks. So you'd simply bring your part in, put it in there, and you can see that is 6 long. Just get another one to check, and again we've got a 12 long. So nice and easy to do. Similarly with a beam, you set it in the edge there and you can tell straight away that's an 11 beam. Let's try another one. That's a 15. So quite nice to use. And then also you've got these grooves, which you can tell with the I'll try to do this one-handed, which is why I'm making a real hash of this, but you can see the axles there, that one being a 3 long axle, and then there's another there that is a 6 long, etc. So I'm going to give it a go for a little while, see how useful it is. It may be one of these things that I've spent money on and find that long term it's just not useful enough, but I thought it was worth a try. So I'm just checking in on the parts that I'd put in the hydrogen peroxide, and they've been in there for a day. And it's actually, looking through the camera lens, looks a lot worse than it does in real life. But I think after a day, I mean, they're not bright. You can see this is still yellowed, but it's definitely improved it. I think it's not as dark. Let me just try and put these down. I don't think it's as dark as it was. Still obviously nowhere near. But then looking at the helmet definitely to my eye looks better. It's not quite there yet, but you got to remember, you know, from what I understand about whitening, the peroxide needs to be in the sun, and the sun really needs to get at it, or more specifically I think it's the UV rays need to get at it. And you know, the UK is not renowned for its sun and its sunlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with these. I'm going to put them back in a day or so and give them another day, maybe 2 days, and see what they're like. And if they're an improvement, then I may well use them, you know, especially the helmet. The helmet looks like it's not far away from being passable, to be honest. But the hair piece has still definitely got some way to go, but it's a definite marked improvement on where it was.